Welcome. Thank you for joining me. And for those who are new, my name is Milou. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. Well, guys, I told you when did Trump pull that stunt calling the military and gassing all these people? That was, I believe it was Sunday, whenever that was. I'm losing track of the days now. I told you it would backfire. Some of you looked at me, give me the side eye. I was like, well, something intuitively I feel. Oh, thank you, Greta, Copy's mom, Linda. Sorry about that. I just got going. Pat, Noel, if you are here, thank you very much for your help. I really appreciate it. Uh, Trump has been grooming and courting the military since he came into office. Like I said, he thought he could change intuitively, I feel, our form of government, and I've said that many times before. This weekend or this yesterday, between yesterday and the day before yesterday, there is something that has been made clear to Trump. And Esper, the Secretary of Defense, made it this morning abundantly clear that Trump matters zero. But I'll get back to that. What Trump wanted to do. Thank you, Marietta, by the way. I really appreciate the super chat and your generosity. Thank you very much. What Trump and him and his family, and it's not something that just happened. And remember I told you it was Kushner's idea. Well, it seems like, well, I feel I was right, but they say that was Ivanka's idea. They've been all in on it. They've been looking for an opportunity to bring the military into the country, okay, and basically oppress people in order for Trump to remain president for life and for Republicans to do whatever they wanted. And Americans, well, young Americans, I should give them credit, I'm sorry. I'm sure there would be more if it wasn't for this pandemic, who went out, and yesterday they were even, in greater numbers yesterday, they went out to let Trump know, no, this is not going to happen, despite what happened the night before. And also, I predicted that the National Guard or whoever, I thought it was going to be National Guard, they would join the protesters. If we're looking at it from some of the scenes that I've seen on TV, I was correct. And if Trump keeps pushing this, it's going to become more obvious. Because in some areas, the protesters are basically mingling with the military or whoever, whatever we choose to call them. Okay. I feel that's going to continue. The notion that Trump was going to deploy the military on American territory right now is fading or disappeared. He's going to have to tell more lies about it. But the reason why I feel Trump is backing down is because people in the Pentagon, thank you very much, Ben Pierce. Thank you for your generosity in the super chat. I really appreciate it. Do you guys remember when Trump came into office? He was going to one of his places in Virginia, and his cortege drove by this woman who was on a bike. I believe she just got elected for something in Congress, either in her state or something, in Virginia or something. And she did a sign she gave Trump a sign, and she was on TV after that and everything. Well, I feel the military gave Trump the same sign. And that sign was so big, those birds left droppings on Trump's desk this morning. So I don't want to, all of you are adults, you know what I mean. You remember what that woman did. But that's what the military just did to Trump since yesterday. That, in fact, I feel somebody from the Air Force, one of the big honchos, leaders in the Air Force, from what I understand, was the first one to come out. And there is not I believe he's a master sergeant or somebody high up as well, but I feel he's a black American who spoke out as well. Let me tell you, friends, Trump and his family right now, that's why he's tweeting all morning. They are embarrassed. Yes, it's their fault. Their plan failed. And I've said, this is not my first time saying this. I've said it before. Excuse the trend that's going by. Hopefully when I get to Florida, I won't have that. In any event, the plan that Trump had to become president for life, have the military basically do what they do in Russia and China and in Haiti, where I grew up at, is not going to happen. And yes, Obama is going to speak later today, and feedback from the public about Biden's speech yesterday was amazing. And I predicted before the former presidents are going to join together against Trump. I feel it's going to happen. W put out a statement yesterday. Bill Clinton put out a statement. Obama is going to be on TV later. It's going to be very embarrassing for Trump and his family. Yes, I know some of you are saying you don't see how Trump will not leave office. The reason why, I'll tell you what, psychologically, right now, when I touch with Trump, he's beaten down. Okay, because no one, I don't care whether you're a sociopath or psychopath or whatever label he suffers, the disease he suffers from, intuitively I feel, oh yeah, there has been a resounding go away that's echoing in that White House. And it's not only him receiving the message, his family too, because that was their goal. It's not going to happen. Like I've been saying, the Republican plan will fail. It is failing. Yes, I know. They are still trying. But I looked at intuitively, I'm not intuitively, I saw the number of Republican senators, Katie, she was asking them question, how do they feel about how Trump treated the protesters the day before yesterday. None of them had anything to say. Intuitively, when I touch with those group of people, they are embarrassed. Yeah, they are all con men. They all like Trump. The same garbage. Power, money, and cheat people. That's all they are. Nothing more. But there's one thing they have Trump doesn't have very much of. We can shame them. We can talk back. Talk badly at them because, yes, they get embarrassed. McConnell doesn't like it, and his wife even more. She thinks she's a princess. The world should be at her feet, and you should say, you should curtsy, I guess, when she comes around. And when people tell them where to go, she gets very upset and feel very humiliated. They're not very happy about what's going on and how McConnell is being treated. And McConnell, yes, I know until yesterday, he was still placing judges on the court. That's okay, because that's going to backfire as well on time. And when it comes to Barr, he went out, he was reviewing the mess that he made, didn't realize it was a mess at the time, and demanded that they protect his boss. his dear leader, they should put a higher fence or protect the White House. His turn will come too. And I feel he knows that America will not stand for that baloney, him and Trump, the Trump family, and the other sycophants that are around Trump. My prediction, they're all going to fail and they will go to jail for this and other lies they have perpetrated on us. And I read yesterday that one of my favorite people in Congress, I forget his name right now, I will get it. He's from New York. He was one of the administrators during the impeachment. He's a chairman of the Judiciary Committee. I'm hearing his name and I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. In any event, he is going after Barr, and he's going to cut their funding by 50, cut back their funding by 50 million. I think that's too little, but what do I know? I feel that's the beginning of Barr's downfall. And yes, he was hoping he would be treated like, he's accomplishing things. The past couple of days has not been very good for Barr. You don't expect them to come out and cry. Not yet. But it will happen. Trump and his family have hurt us through those kids. I am praying every day. That's why I had that dream the other day that if any of them become sick from that thing that's going around, it won't be as bad. It's because I fell asleep worrying about them exposing themselves that way. They have basically put their bodies on the line. So the only thing I can do is pray. So and touch with the universe to see how bad this thing is going to be. I worry very much about their well-being and them being sick. I'm glad a lot of them are wearing masks and they are doing the best they can to maintain that social distancing, distance among them, between other people. In any event, I feel it won't be as bad. And also they are outside from what I understand. And it makes sense because of air that's blowing. And if you don't have people coughing and people are wearing masks, they speak, the spittles, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, they drop, they don't go very far. So let's keep our fingers crossed that I'm right. It's not going to be as bad as predicted. But Trump and company, they know the message has been loud and clear. There's too many birds dropping on his desk today. He's having second thoughts. The notion that he's going to put out the military, right now they left them there because it would be too embarrassing for him to pull them back. But don't expect to see the military and the street. Thank you very much, Sandra Avenbush. I appreciate your super chat and your generosity. You are very welcome, Sandra. Yes. Right now, the National Guards or military, however we decide, to call them, they're just for show. And no, they will not kill Americans for Trump. And my prediction, those, whomever they were from the other day, who injured or fired at the newspapers and the crowd, they will be found out. And they will pay the consequences for what they did. From what I understand, one of the lawyers, I forget his name right now, but I'm sure all of you know Gretchen, something like that, Greshner. He said that people who were harmed from those rubber bullets or from the tear gas, and that's another point problem Trump has created for himself. They can file complaints and sue. I'm not quite sure where he said, but they have grounds to sue for their injuries. So I was very happy to hear about that. But guys, the humiliation when I touched with Trump, his family, and the sycophants around him, meaning his cabinet members and those like that communication secretary. I mean, this is so embarrassing. They were pushing out pictures. They were victorious, and I told you guys this was going to backfire, and it is. And spade, it is, and we haven't seen anything. It feels like to me, this is the beginning of the pushback because Trump had lost the moral ground, I feel, intuitively before, but there is a clean break from, everything. Trump can't do squat. Thank you very much, Mojo. Thanks, Mojo says, thanks for your prayers for two of my daughters. You are very welcome anytime. Thank you. Thank them for me because they're doing something I don't think I can do. Because if you are over 60 and put yourself out there, it can be challenging. In any event, I feel Trump has not only lost the moral ground, right now he's on the defensive, or more on the defensive than ever before. And Biden, there is another dynamic, intuitively, I feel, that's taken place. Not too many people, because of what Trump has done the past few days, people don't want to hear from Trump anymore. And another thing, I don't know, some of you who are on Twitter have been, please let me know if it's me. A lot of people are saying Republicans are saying to their friends they are no longer going to vote for Trump. For some of them will vote for the first time for a Democrat, and some of them say they're going to put other people's names. I told you guys too, I predicted he would be losing a lot of Republicans, and it's not going to get better. Trump is going to look dumber and dumber as we go forward, unqualified, incompetent, okay, and a sociopath, because a lot more stories, many more people who have been injured during this past week event are stories that are going to be done about these people. The impact, I feel intuitively, those stories are going to have. When those kids go on TV, one of them lost her eye, okay? When these people start talking to the media, oh yes, like I said, intuitively, I feel this is the beginning of the story. We haven't heard much about it yet. And that's when people are going to get angry at Trump. When you see those young kids having whomever were carrying, from what I understand, they weren't National Guard, those security people fire rubber bullet at them. People are going to pay the price. Their commanders and those who went. If I was looking at, since that's the one I'm sure most of you probably saw, when the security people started beating that journalist, from what I understand, there were two of them. They were from Australia, okay? You can tell that guy, that security person, whether he was a policeman or whatever, I could pick up there was a rage in this person, the way he was going about beating. Some people, they throw the baton and, they're not trying to hurt you. But what they did, to me, looked like a bunch of sick puppies, and they should not be Intuitively, I feel, in any police force, yes, they will find out who these people are, and they will be kicked out of the force as well. They should not be working in any police force anywhere. A lot of those people are going to be outed. Those dummies, they don't realize that every movement that they make is being recorded. They are in for a major surprise. All of them, they will be outed. That's my prediction. Okay. I did not have a chance to go to respond to some of my comments from last night because I've been watching. I watch so that the news, that is, I've been paying attention because I have my predictions and I want to see what I have been feeling intuitively if it's coming out. So thank you very much, Wanda Webster. I appreciate the super chat and your generosity. Absolutely. Who will do? Wanda says, keep it up. Absolutely. So the thing is, all those security people, those who covered their badges, no, thank God with technology today, even if they had those clear helmets on, we can find out who they are. They are, well, I'm not going to go into all the technical things, ways they can go about doing it, but yeah, these people will be outed. And I am so happy. There were 2 young college students from Atlanta, and 6 policemen just converged on them. I remember seeing that it was not a happy scene. They were tasered, beat up, mistreated. I hope those policemen they are put away for a very long time for what they did. They could have killed those young people. So, this is only the beginning of the story. There's a lot more, and yes, Trump and his family will be held responsible for all of this. Every single, including those babies they still have on the border. Yeah, it's all coming back. Okay, to hunt them. I don't know if you have questions, but I didn't have a chance to. Oh, wait a minute. One person asked a question. One second. Somebody asked me I believe the person used Parliament, I guess someone that's from Europe. We don't have a parliamentary system. We have the House of Representatives. The person asked me when will Parliament voice their protest against this dangerous person. Believe me, people are on TV every day complaining about Trump. There were people in Trump's party are too afraid to cross him. But I feel pretty shortly they are going to come out and start speaking against Trump. From what I understand, one of them, Sharks, one of them spoke out a little bit yesterday. But, I don't trust them. But now I feel because they are so embarrassed, they're going to try to, and they can't continue that way. Every day they have to hide. They cannot find their voices. I feel there's a change coming. Like I predicted, I said senators will abandon Trump. That's coming too, because what happened this past week has weakened Trump tremendously. Go out to 2 churches, take pictures, and you never even read the Bible. I'm not no better either. I don't know the Bible. I'm confessing my part. I mean, I don't know much about the Bible. When they sent me to catechism, I know Bible and catechism are 2 different things, but I was very young. I wasn't interested in that at all. So, I'm not any better with the Bible, but I would never go and make believe like that, because people are going to find you out. That's the other thing that's very dumb about those Trump people. They are stupid, and they think the rest of us are as dumb as they are. So, Okay, let me get off my little soapbox and answer some questions. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Oh, Ms. Steve 00M, personal question. Oh, yeah, I was asking when personal questions again. Saturdays, on, Monday evenings at 8 o'clock and Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Okay? Ms. Steve, that's when I answer personal questions. So I will be doing that this Saturday. When it says Republicans are cowards of the highest order, you can say that again. Oh my God. But you know something? It's a good thing. Trump is leading them all to the into their graves. Oh, the grave of the Republican Party grave. That's where Trump is leading them all. And it's good. Bury them there. Okay. Quiltessa is saying, no, Quiltessa, it's not Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries is not, well, I don't know if he's the chairman of one of those fancy committees. Oh my God, I forgot his name. His wife was sick when during the impeachment process. He was absent at least, I believe, one day. Nadler. Thank you. Nadler is the person I was trying to remember his name. I had to think there for a second. Oh yeah, Nadler is going after Barr. About time. Okay. Marge Charbonneau is saying, can't believe I live in such a stupid state. Indiana primary was yesterday, and the winner was Trump. Can you believe it? Yeah, he was running. There was nobody running against him. Oh, my son and I voted for Biden. Thank God. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. Boudica is saying one policeman said, let's start a riot. I think he was fired. He should be fired. And you know, guys, I was seeing some stuff on TV. Those policemen were on video where we recorded basically trashing their own vehicles. So I'm not surprised. Some of them are, disgruntled anyway. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for more. Some of you guys are funny. Mojo says Trump told Barr to do it. No one makes a move without his consent. Well, the picture that's going to stay or people are going to use for a very long time when Barr went on the tour reviewing his army. Well, he's eating something else this morning. He's going to rue that day for sure. His arrogance. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for one more question. All right. All right, friends. When he's saying, Milu, so basically there is no bottom. Somebody said that this morning. I was watching TV. Was that Joe Scarborough that said that? Yeah, Joe Scarborough, because I make sure I wake up early every day so I can catch the first half hour of Joe Scarborough. Yeah. He said there is no bottom for Trump. That was pretty funny, the way he said it. Oh, boy. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending some time with me today. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com. Or you can send me an email, and we can arrange a time, psychicmilo@aol.com. Thank you, everyone, for your help and for your generosity. I really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow, same time, unless something major breaks later. I'll come in for a few minutes. Otherwise, till tomorrow, bye.